Okay, we have
Approve the minutes of the March 6, 2024 election board meeting. For motion. For a second. Is there any questions? Comments? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Ballot updates. Sarah.
So we've sent out as of, they were dropped in the mail Monday evening, so they went out Tuesday morning. 6,202 mail-ins. For a total of, so far, 8,399. I don't have them broken down. And since then, we have 1,037 that will be going today.
I just want to make a couple of things clear in how the process here works in Monroe County. In that when you submit for your application for a mail-in or absentee ballot, it comes in, and what we do is take that information from the SURE system, and then you can just drop that into a file and send that to the printer. However, we take an additional step here. Where how many of those went out? 9,000? Where 9,000 of those ballots were all checked and the addresses checked by Sarah. What she does is that she puts everything onto an Excel spreadsheet and then checks and makes sure everything's correct. So if you signed up for your registration and you did it online and you put the wrong characters in the field, Sarah made those corrections so that all those ballots that go out from Monroe County have been double checked and triple checked so that they go to the appropriate address. It caused a little consternation on our printer in that they have never received it like this. An Excel spreadsheet, they usually just get the dump from SURE. And I think that they would be asking everybody to do it to Sarah. We all learn to do things to Sarah. Any other questions regarding ballot updates? Your envelopes?
Oh, the envelopes, yeah, they're new envelopes.
You might want to restate that for everybody to understand. I know you said it last time.
Yeah, so the envelope that goes out it has a blue thick line on it, and then when they open it for their return, the secrecy is bright yellow and it has all over, official secrecy ballot. On the return to make it more noticeable that they're valid in there. And then the return to us is like purple, and the back part is like a box and where they sign, and then underneath I put 20, like for the first part of the year, so they won't put their birthday hopefully, and that will hopefully help with the years.
That all came out of an envelope committee. I don't know who sat on that envelope committee for the state. Sarah. So once again, Sarah is creeping into how everybody else does elections. So that's a good thing. Other ballot boxes.
The ballot boxes are out. We had to put them out early because we had logic and accuracy testing this week. So Jason put them out last week. So they are out. Should just brought something up about the hours of the library. So I'll have to update that.
Okay.
And
And that's all available on our website?
I believe, two of our assessment people. Want to say
Michelle?
something?
Carol?
Are we still, we have every day on this committee?
Yes.
Are we working on anything for the last minute?
We will be working that out, okay? So that the one in question is the one on the Kuba.
I'm thinking of it.
Yeah. Um, there will be steps taken not to be all good for you.
I can tell you if I'm allowed, I would be there.
It's not really about being there, it's
Right.
president.
Right.
And that was the one that we had the most with is that they had the one outside and we set up the box and one with us, making sure that guy got out of the car. There was just a lot going on and that's not how it was happening. That was the worst part. So we can't answer after the other stuff, the other answers do, but that's the one that we had the most problems with. But it's also a phone. But my thought is why the box so that's my only question, like, why does it actually have to be a application?
That is because if you don't live in that area, you can drop, still drop. If I'm working at the Army Depot, I can drop. There is a question of, that one is out in the entryway. That was moved inside into the library. We have to talk to the librarian there. The library will be shut off when they close the library at 5:30. So we are still working.
Yeah, it's separate, there's a separate gate
There's
that
a
actually
gate that
comes
comes down.
down, that still is a walkway, you have to get up the
Up
stairs.
the stairs and the elevator.
So it wouldn't actually be longer than.
All right.
But if we could put it in the library, then we could just close it up.
Because it's not just for you, it's for us also. Because what happens is that we are receiving all the ballot, from all the 54 locations come back to our ends. So we have, groups of people coming in all night long. And we also have to deal with your ballots at that time. So it is a better process that was taken care of earlier than later. All right. But I have to talk to the librarian to see whether she would allow them inside as opposed to outside. Okay, so that is a discussion.
Earlier and safer be during daylight hours?
It would be the hours of I can't say daylight hours because, at 5:30 in November, it gets dark. So it would be at the close of business for that library. Well, they go to the other ones when you have to close the business also. The problem is sometimes is that your other library that you pick up, your Clymer closes at 5:30 also. Right. So, okay. Anything else on ballot boxes? Thank you. Let's go to public comment. Teresa. I did.
So my meeting statement today is in regards to the congressional meeting that was in March. This one that I'm talking about specifically is March 7th, 2024, and it refers to the machines that are being used for elections. So I personally recommend to paper ballots and counted by hand. This is about the certification for the non-biased reading. So it's, send a copy to Mr. Press and election office as a copy. So it's 20 cybersecurity experts. They're giving testimony to Senator Josh, Senator Capoletti, House Representative Carol Evans, and House Representative. So I'm just going to read a few items from these 11 pages. So page 1 starts with this letter says the advantage and risk of electronic voting technology insight perspective that balances the tremendous power of computers against risk of cyber threats. As these computers elections. Here we focus on calculators, ballot marking devices, as well as to inform and advise state legislatures who are making legislative decisions about best practices in election technology for use in elections. I'm going to put in my own words here right now because Monroe County, with Sarah's election, she chose clear ballot machines. And clear ballot machines are most recommended by the security experts. So with Monroe County, we have ClearCast, which is a scanner, the precinct scanners that we use, and ClearAccess is the precinct 88 machine. And Knowing is the electronic poll pad. So on page 2, we believe, this is going back to the cybersecurity, we believe that all laws, regulations, and directives relating to elections should be focused on fairness, security, transparency, and accessibility. The process must be transparent so the public may be assured the winners won and the losers lost. Consequently, we believe that the hallmarks of a reliable optical election process are hand-marked paper ballots, which are atomically scanned, separately and securely stored, and rigorously audited after the election but before certification. Page 3 goes to weaknesses of electronic voting machines, where it is impossible to ensure with current technology the voting machine software is free of errors or tampering. Even with present-day cybersecurity practices, it is impossible to absolutely prevent hacks. That is because voting computers to run on authorized software. Even with present-day software development practices, it is impossible to guarantee that large software packages do not have flaws that have been undetected in testing and that might affect output. And then off the record is they went into ballot marking devices, which of course we don't have because we have the scanners. And then on page 7, gets into internet connectivity. Some voting machines, whether optical scanners or ballot marking devices, contain internal wireless radios, chips, modems, or hardware capable of wireless networking. We recommend against using voting machines with wireless radio components, even if such connectivity is so supposedly disabled. Hand-marked paper ballots. Hand-marked ballots are most trustworthy, that's what we use. Hand-marked ballots is in the scanners. Hand-marked paper ballots are most trustworthy voting technology for recording voter intent. While not immune to fraud or errors, paper cannot be hacked and makes it harder for bad actors with elections, particularly from afar. The benefit of computerized optical scanning, followed by a hand audit or recount, is that in order to cheat without detection, a fraudster would have to hack the computer consistently with alterations to the pool of paper ballots. And then they went on to say that audits, on page 8, audits, rather than assume optical scan voting machines or even human teams of hand counters tabulated ballots perfectly accurately, elections should be subject to post-election pre-certification audits. And so I went to the logic and accuracy testing on Monday for a few hours, and Jake and Sarah were very professional and explaining things to me. And I could appreciate the machines that much more. And I just want to say, everybody, thank you for listening, and thank you, Sarah and Jason.
Let's not forget Penny now. Yes.
Are you answering questions? Any with public comment?
Well, I was just going to go on to say that, having read that report, an awful lot of it was discussed with regard to barcodes, which we do not use. The only time we use barcodes is on the envelopes when they come back so that we can scan the barcode that it's your ballot. Okay, that's how we are able to say that your ballot has come in. It has to go. Do not have a barcode, and that therefore we use the optical scanner. If I'm not mistaken, we also do 2 audits of 2 precincts. We run them through the scanner again, a different scanner, just so that anytime there is a recount, it has to be done on a different scanner, just so that you understand that also. We have 3 high capacity scanners that we use for our absentee and mail-ins. We use 2 here, and should there be a need for a recount, we have a 3rd machine that we bring up and put everything through that. I agree with, when we thought long and hard and used the guidance that we received from our elections office when we purchased our equipment. It wasn't the cheapest one. We made sure that we went with the most secure one. And I will say that again and again. So now, Maggie, what else do you have to say?
Public comment.
Sure.
Can I just say right here?
Yeah.
Over there now. Okay. I just want to discuss election safety real quickly. On election day this past fall, someone was filming and yelling at voters, including my 2 young children and me. I understand now that what they did was not technically illegal. However, I couldn't get clarity at the time because the constable was asleep. I wasn't comfortable being filmed with my kids, so we left. I was supposed to be there for 4 hours. I returned later that evening to collect candidate signs, and one was thrown at my car, causing $1,300 worth of damage. The PA State Police responded that night. My last email from them says that since my statement conflicted with the other persons involved, and despite video recording evidence from my cell phone, that the district attorney's office won't investigate. I have a few questions. First, I want to know, will our local law enforcement uphold election laws? Will our district attorney investigate complaints with integrity and in a nonpartisan way? And will there be any safeguards to protect voters from further intimidation on election day?
The police departments, just so you know, because of the election law, are not allowed to be at the polls
Within 100 feet.
within 100 feet.
This was right as they were closing. That's
No,
what
I
they
understand,
responded.
but I'm just saying that at the polls, they're not allowed to be there. They're within 100 feet of the polls. It is, an anti-intimidation position that they take in the law. I know that the governor does have a task force with regard to situations such as this. I do not know what they've come up with. They've just formed it, so we'll have to see what comes out of that. I cannot speak for the district attorney's office and the county detectives. We can ask them also. Hopefully that everybody will be on their best behavior and things will go smoothly.
The constable too. They're an elected official. No control over them. I mean, if I get called, I will gladly call them, but
And oftentimes, just so you know, that we have people that are out and about, and I think Penny calls my cell phone a number of times on election days to go to different locations, whether it's a replacement of a scanner or a printer problem, or just to go and investigate something. So we will be out there.
But we need more constables, correct? Right?
there's places with no constables, correct? But we can't appoint them. The courts appoint them, and they have to petition the courts.
Anybody can be a constable? Or you have to be able to carry.
I think that there's for you, you know, the courts has to approve the constable to be put there, okay? And so there is a background check that is done on behalf of the courts of these people, okay? I do not know the archaic rules of the constables, but they are elected officials, and then if I know a constable, I will ask, but if,
No.
but
Do they have to carry weapons? So you don't know if they have to carry weapons? Because I'm thinking more people would volunteer if they do have to carry.
But you don't have, I will talk to Jim afterwards and get a response for you. Okay? Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that's in the Polk County, I'm getting really good at saying that.
Yes.
So, thank you for reading that, Tracy, because I haven't read that, and thank you. As we go along in learning, even the fact that we have Clear Ballot as our machine, I think across the state, that is where we're people, through the media reporting information about problems with machines. There are so many different vendors, machines, software services within our own state that it can be misleading and misunderstanding if people do not become educated about what is in their county. So I don't know if we can help our county some way in educating what our machines are. Just a thought, because I didn't know 2 years ago. Like, I didn't honestly know, you know, you hear ES&S, that's rises to the top.
Let's not forget Dominion. Let's not forget, you know,
There's other small names in counties that
Medicine
still,
and Heart,
right.
Yeah.
and Clear Ballot.
yeah, so there's
Those
issues
are the
with
ones that
all
are
of these
approved
things.
by the Department of State.
I'm still really okay with more human involvement, and I would love to see back to more paper ballot type. I know we have scanners, and that's another area of learning, but if there's any way we can help educate
And like I,
that they're different.
this
Not
is,
that
no,
they're
I
different.
understand, but, you know, this is
I
being
know.
recorded and it's on YouTube,
I know,
and
but it
we
is
have tried
really-
to do everything that we can.
That's
When
all.
they first came out, I would go out and show them. I think I did it, one time I did it, when I left, I got rear-ended with my car, the machine in my trunk. But, and it held up. But, yeah, I was going out, I'd go to parties and I'd go wherever anybody asked me.
I don't think it's a county fix in Florida. Maybe I should be, it's probably not a county fix. It's a problem that across the 67 counties, there's different ways of voting. So people don't even understand that. That first step of voting is a different, based on the county.
Correct. And, you know, the thing is that there is a choice that the counties have of what they purchase and what they, you know, so,
I'm just saying. It's a
I understand. Anything else? Nothing? Is there a motion?
So, no.
We are adjourned. Thank you very much.